Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Hildebrand. In the last episode, we came over here to Costa del Sol to begin our investigations on the threats on the Lapis Maiden's virtue. And after some investigation and some antics with some mandragoras and some bombs, we discovered who our guy was. But he managed to escape before we could apprehend him. So, we need to continue working to find our thief and see how things go. So, let's go ahead and get back to it. So, we need to head over to Wineport and actually meet Arabella for the first time. So, let's go ahead and do that. All right, Arabella is up there with Hildebrand. Ah, you're here. Which means you're an adopted daughter, not a biological one. Hildy? Do I dream? But I must, for such beauty could not be of this world. A gentleman's heart swoons. I mean, she's not bad. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, Lewin, always the worrier. Your concern is touching, but I'm a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are as unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildebrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Please, call me Hildy. Ah, the pleasure is mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart, for as long as Hildebrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Manderville name. The gods smile on me indeed to send such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion, and yet... You seem pensive, my lady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Venice. Why, I have not even met him. He sent me this clasp as a betrothal gift. A treasure for my treasure. Wear it always, the message says. I do not care how beautiful it is. It might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you have not even met? Unconscionable. Father says that the marriage must happen, that it is for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true Aldan, but if I may be bold, milady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lewin in as well, though as a servant rather than a son. You may think Father a cold and miserly man, but to me he is the man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Venice, if that will make Father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with a whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol to see how the inspector's investigation fares. I, as well, must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. All right. Hildebrand. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Manderville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. It is an art that I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt, it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations, or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Ashu, Miss Ellie, with me. Alright, well, back to Costa del Sol. Hildy had to say, that fellow under the table looks terribly suspicious. Fellow under the table? I'm not sure what table you're talking about. Oh, now I see him. Oh, hello there. What are you doing? Oh, well then. Inspector Briardian, I have seen to the Maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But, Inspector, Venice and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed absence. Huh. And it's nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up, or the like, you know, like you always do? Inspector Briardian, I knew the day would come when you recognized my many talents. Worry not about Master Venice. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what must needs be done. The poor sop lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now, to the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect. Yame, find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Alright, we need to find a disguise. Well, let's speak with the retainer here. Has the Lapis Maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Alright. Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me? A disguise. Servant's garb? But why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony, Father will be furious, and Lord Venice. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens, and almost succeeded. You cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than the marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lewin, if father heard you say such things... I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well. I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Ame, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now, let us return before the festivities begin. Alright, deliver the breathtaking dress to Hildebrand. Alright, Hildebrand. Here you go. Ah, you return. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vanessa at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Here you go. Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress? I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it. But worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vanessa before the ceremony begins. We're not free, a friend. I assure you that Inspector Briardian and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Oh, I'm sure you do. Alright, well, let's just take a seat. Curses. Now, how am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bruguiere Consortium and the East Aldenard Trading Company. We trust that you've been enjoying the fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vanessa is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yolto Nolto, Sainana, honored guest. It is a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Vanessa, future chair of the Bruguiere Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Gugurimu of the East Aldenard Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows there today, that the happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing for ages to come. Damn you, Hildebrand Manderville, you had one job. Oh no. She's beautiful. Were the rabble expecting otherwise? She is my bride, after all. Lady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray, give me your hand. Give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, 1,000 times yes. I am yours and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? How did it even fit in the dress? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, Venice, or shall I call you by another name, the thief of many faces. Me, the thief? Are you mad? You are wearing gloves. It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugurimu, and her steward, Lewenhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Venice, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considering this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. And anyone else with half their wits about them. How do you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once. Lock him up in jail and throw away the key. Arabella? Oh, thank the gods you're safe. Move quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. How do you know what she looks like? A glove on his right hand. Could it be? He stole her necklace. The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's the thief. Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him. And it's the Mandragoras. You came all this way for me. You love me. You really, really love me. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Venice was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. What, milady? The bank was more exciting than I could ever hope for. Venice and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildebrand, who taught me this lesson. For the love of God, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, yet in the end he took only her neckpiece. Now that you mention it, Master Gugurimu told me about the clasp when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess, it is one of the most treasured pieces from the Bruguiere collection, known by many as Azema's virtue. The Maiden's virtue, indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Are you waiting for the incoming card? There it is. Who's it gonna hit? Over here, Inspector, it says, made you look. Fiend plays us for fools. Give that to me at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once, he may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for the bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably, the Phantom Thief. Most certainly. We have a suspicious figure skulking in the bushes. All right. The parlay minigame is now available. To the victor goes a priceless treasure. The smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Hey, it's Greg. And 8 legs are better than 2. A Colosseum Conundrum. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one at the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. Godbert. Alright. Yeah, the toy chest unlocks. Worry about that. Alright, so our next quest is over here. And we might as well just go ahead and get started. 8 armed and dangerous. Yeah, mate. I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on the victor's spoils. That of our many-faced fiend has set his sights on. If you visited the Colosseum of late, there's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one, the Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. They say that Master Feargeist will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. Small wonder that it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. The chairman, Master Feargeist, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he could buy half the realm if he chose to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial arts enthusiast. With his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills, he settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleague, Ganelin, is in Ulda, covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started. Alright, so we are off to Ulda. Alright, Ulda. Where exactly headed? Down there. Alright, Ganelin. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganelin. She's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Ellie? If it isn't the Mithril Eye Star Reporter, come to have a laugh at Ganelin's expense before returning to pen your latest front page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now, let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Bugger all. It's a travesty, I tell you. Hotch, Hugh, and Hamo. Hotch, Hugh, and Hamo. Whatever is the matter, and where, pray tell, is Hutchin? The 4 of you will compete for the cup together, yes? I fear that unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. Mishap, my ass. This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate this competition. I swear to my subligar. Lower your voice, Hodge. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting. Hutchin, should you not be resting on your wounds, or resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had come quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Quite the gimmick you guys got going there. Do not berate yourself so, Hamo. In victory and in defeat, the Mantravilles fight as one. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road, I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting Fettle by assing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchin, for you I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras. I want each one to ring out over the Sagoli. The Mantravilles? Aye, as Hutchin tells it, they took their name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Rolgar, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. This talk of attacks on the competitors, however, of this I would hear more. Oh yes, I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thief's Challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies. No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Though the concern sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Colosseum's halls. I'll send word to the gateman, Yuyubaya. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. Splendid. Call me, Yame. We've got a case to crack. Alright then. Yuyubaya. And there we are. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you are free to enter. Piece of cake. I am Ellie, reporting for the Mithril Eye, never blinking, all-seeing. You know the deal, yes? And you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself, ask away, my girl. That said, between the challenge from that so-called Phantom Thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his sublet. Looks like we've got ourselves another... These two aren't in the entry books. Well, look who it is. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Briardian? As efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman. Excuse violence, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Darmeadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes from this tourney, and try to be brief. I was wondering when you might ask. Master Feargace has spared at no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Colosseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside a Karn. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither. But I don't care how many faces he's got, we've nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vaults day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasure safe, go fetch them and bring them to me, and be quick about it. I haven't all day. Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't Mr. Many-Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you have to claim them as any other would, in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thin as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will you? I've only got 8 arms. Or are they legs? A slobbering cephalopod. Of course. Because why not? You called? I was about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. Inspector Hildebrand, look! He's purple! Astute as ever, Nashu. This color, the overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Ah, that's just my receptionist, Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it he was one of many bizarre creatures born from my recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Because that isn't a problem. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything, anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Colosseum. And am I ever glad they did, I'll tell you. This job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. Oh, goodness gracious. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeling by a lovely little Abby? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to... Ayami Yatsurugi will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Of course I am. Ayami Yatsurugi? You do look like a Yatsurugi. Well, bug me with a spear. To think I see the day when a warrior of light stood in my Colosseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinkin'? That's the sound of gil poured into our coffers when the public finds out that a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign, Ulti. With Ayami, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now, we just need to make sure that she doesn't come down with some curious injury. I think not. That gladiatrix, Avila, was it? Seemed quite certain of her chances of victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. Aha, I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, I might have suggested our first priority is to keep Ayami here safe. Let us return to Ganelon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well, I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at the first opportunity. Alright. Well, I guess we're going to be fighting in the tournament. Fair enough. All right. Let's see, what can you tell us? You again. I've already told you that... What? Enter the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you, but in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? I've been asking around. It seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round and earned himself the right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? Alright, to the Pugilists Guilds. And there's Raging Rats. Come have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have ye? Well, you're not the first. I say there's not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy. Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildebrand of Manderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would please enlighten us to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentleman, my ass. Have you not a wit of delicacy? Never mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade. Some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in jail as we speak. The girl's Alamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you got nothing to lose? Yeah, so why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your own sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Ayame. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just tell him like it is, as it were. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says, or perhaps she works with an accomplice? He didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the ladder. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boar. If what the man says is true, it's likely that your fellow Alamegans her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. Ample appendages, whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. Avila and Ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it more obvious, I could have solved the case without leaving my home. Incredible, your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultros should still be at the Colosseum. Let's hurry before he slithers back off to whencesoever he came. Alright, back to the Colosseum then. Alright. Hildebrand. Friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks. Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. What's this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue. Alright. Speak with Nashu in front of the Colosseum. Alright, so back outside again. Hildy? Aha, there he is. You want to escape us so easily, Master Ultros. Mr. Alti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them? Yeah, he's hitting on them. All right. Poor, misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity when in truth he was just a gentle soul, luckless in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes. Now perhaps we should return to our investigation. If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Narrow Meadow back at the Colosseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let us return to the Colosseum and speak with Narrow Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. That's what she said. Don't think Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I? Come on now. I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Unky Ulti dream? Well, kids, I hate to ink and run. Then again, I am an octopus. And I think that this will be a good spot to go ahead and end this episode. So, we'll go ahead and stop here. And we will continue the investigation about the tournament, the Mithril Cup, when we come back. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.